Recording in progress.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Erica Flint. We are getting started here at Cascade Hypnosis Center for Training and Services for our live webinar right now. So, welcome, everybody. It's great to be here. Just got done with a really awesome session with a client. She's losing 2.5 pounds a week. She's eating only when she's actually hungry. She is so happy, so happy. She said, Erica, finally, I think I can lose the weight. She's about 55 years old. And she said, I'm eating 1/3, 1/3 of the amount of food that I used to eat. So lots and lots of success around the Hypnosis Center today. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. We are in beautiful Bellingham, Washington. So where are you in the world? I see that Tim has already initiated. Hey, Harrietta where are you from, Harrietta? Let us know, everyone, in the chat. Where are you guys dialing in from today? We often get folks right around the Seattle metro area. We get a lot of folks from California, from Oregon, from the East Coast. All right, California, there we go. All right, Redmond next door, San Diego. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks, you guys, for being here and spending a little bit of time with us today at Cascade Hypnosis Center. So I'm going to dive in here. We're also live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube. So hi, everyone. I'm not monitoring our YouTube comments right now. I have to be honest, it's a little much for me to handle right now with our multi-streaming that's kind of new. So let's dive right into the content here. That's not the one I wanted to show you guys. There we are. How to become a professional hypnotist in 2024. That is what we are talking about here today. So if that's what you would like to be, then you are absolutely in the right place. I'm Erica Flint. I'm here in beautiful Bellingham, Washington. Thanks for letting us know where you're at. We got some nice sun this weekend, which was really, really beautiful. I was out on the deck for a little while, got some sun, which was really nice. Now, my story, we're going to keep this short, but it is important. I started Cascade Hypnosis Center in 2013 after a really, really low point in my life. I ended up in the emergency room, drinking alcohol, and I didn't know if I wanted to live. And this is a hard story for me to tell. As a matter of fact, I didn't even tell this story for many years. But it's important because I was really at a low point and I really didn't know what to do. And a lot of our incoming students are at the same type of point. They're at a breaking point. They're at a point where they don't know what to do. They're unhappy with something in their life. They want something different. They want a different career. So if that's you, if you have some of those similar things going on in your life, something stressful, you're in exactly the right place. A lot of amazing hypnotists go through their own stuff before they get here, and that was exactly my story. I used hypnosis to stop drinking. I used hypnosis to lose weight. I used hypnosis to get rid of my TMJ that I had almost my entire life. Now, when I figured out what hypnosis really is, which is it gives each of us the power inside of ourselves to control and reprogram how we think and feel. So it is the master key. It is our internal operating system, right? I'm a computer programmer and developer. So this is the source code to our happiness. It's hypnosis. And so we can reprogram ourselves to get whatever we want. When I realized that's really what it was, because I, like you, might have thought that hypnosis is up on the stage and it's, barking like a dog and it's entertainment. That's also what I thought about hypnosis. So when I figured out how empowering it is, I realized I had to tell everybody. And so I became a professional hypnotist. I went full-time in less than a year. And a lot of our grads do that. Now, not all of our grads want to. Some of them want to have a part-time practice on the side, and that's perfectly, perfectly fine. Whatever you want. So we have part-time and full-time hypnotists. When I went full-time, I started teaching right away. I hired one of our grads, and we've trained almost 400 hypnotists now in this beautiful, wonderful art and science of hypnosis. So it's a great honor to be here. Our entire program is built on the success of our graduates. So when you see our grads out there, our professional hypnotists helping people, growing their practices, we keep highlighting those because that's what our incoming students want. Can I do this? Can I hypnotize somebody? And can I make money doing it? Okay. So last week, if you joined us last week, we talked all about how are you going to make money as a professional hypnotist, all right? And we talked about that last week. If you missed it, you can join our Facebook group and you can rewatch it if you'd like. And this week, we're going to talk about the hypnosis side of things. So yes, you can make great money, but how does that actually work? How do we take our clients from presenting issue all the way to complete results? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because when you're getting your clients good results, that is how you're going to make good money in your business. When our clients get results, they tell everybody. And then your business grows organically from a results-based, excellent marketing technique that we will teach you as part of our training program. All right, so I'm a board-certified hypnotist. I've authored 4 books on hypnosis. You might be familiar with Can You Be a Hypnotist? And my goal is to change 1 million lives with the power of hypnosis. And the way that we're going to get there is each hypnotist training, helping 1,000 clients, and we're going to train 1,000 hypnotists. Now, when we have 1 million people that have had their lives changed with hypnosis, I know that the world is going to accept hypnosis, and maybe people will start thinking, hey, maybe I should go to the hypnotist first. Maybe I should think about how to calm down first instead of drinking and smoking and all of these other things. So why are you here now? Are you thinking of becoming a professional hypnotist? And do you have any experience with hypnosis? A lot of our incoming students have either experienced hypnosis themselves, or somebody in their life has, or they've seen it on YouTube, right? They're curious about it, right? And you might also know the power of the mind, or be curious about the power of the mind. But a lot of our incoming students, they want the skills of a professional hypnosis training. So that's really what sets us apart. This really is, if you want to be a professional, this is not stage hypnosis. This is not entertaining hypnosis. This is not the type of hypnosis that you do evenings and weekends for fun with your friends, okay? Your friends will benefit from this. But this is the type of hypnosis where people who are really struggling, they've tried everything else. Hypnosis still works. And you're going to be able to help them be successful in a way that they've never been successful before. And so clients come to us to lose weight, to stop smoking, to sleep better, to get rid of really terrible, debilitating anxiety in their lives. And so our incoming students tend to be nurses, healthcare professionals, coaches, entrepreneurs, massage therapists, moms, folks who want to retire. There's other folks like me, like coming from corporate IT, all of that stuff. And all of our incoming students have a servant's heart. So what does that mean? Well, a servant's heart means that you want to do this for the greater good. So a very common report that we get when we're talking to our incoming students is they'll say, Erica, everybody comes to me. And, you know, I come into the office, or they're unloading on me, they're sharing things with me. And so there's often something about our incoming students that feels safe to other people. And so they want to share with you. They feel like it's a safe, like you're a safe person to share things with. And if that's happening for you, that's usually a really good sign that you're going to be an excellent hypnotist, because people already feel safe around you. The idea behind a servant's heart is that you want to do this for the greater good. You're not doing this to be cool or because you want to be on TV or, you know, the whole stage hypnosis entertaining thing. You want to do this because you care about other people and you want nothing less than their ultimate relief and success. You want to see them succeed. That is doing this with a servant's heart, right? Make sure to get our new guide. I'm going to switch to the new guide and teach the rest of this from our new guide. So if you would like a copy of this, Transforming Minds, the Ultimate Guide to Becoming a Professional Hypnotist in 2024, just type in guide wherever you're at. We'll be sure to get you a copy. And give me just a second here. I'm going to switch to the guide and teach from that. All right. All right, so this is our new guide, and we have a new cover on it. The Ultimate Guide to Becoming a Professional Hypnotist in 2024. So the reason that I created this is because a lot of our incoming students love to sit down and just kind of dive in and understand, why is this training program different? What does it actually include? And so we created a comprehensive guide that includes all of that in one. Now, I can't teach all of that in one because it's comprehensive. So today we are going to teach chapter 3, which is presenting issue to full relief. But last time we dove into how will you make money as a professional hypnotist. So that's in this guide too, okay? So today let's jump to training and education, overview of training programs and certification. So first of all, we get this question all the time, so I'll lead with that. You do not need prior licensing or education to become a professional hypnotist, okay? The reason for that is all of the answers are within our clients. Okay, we are not diagnosing anybody. We are not offering treatment plans. We are not trying to figure out our client at all. We are establishing a state of calm, okay, so that our client can reveal the truth, and then we can help them implement transformation, okay? So one of the most important things that we do as professional hypnotists is the ability to establish a state of calm. And a lot of that has to do with ourselves, right? When my client walks in the door, they might be anxious, they might be nervous, and it's my job to help them feel a sense of security and safety, knowing that they're going to be able to get through this. And so I'm going to practice my self-hypnosis every single day to clear out my own stuff so that I can be there fully present for my client. And I love this part of hypnosis. It kind of forces me to do my inner work. So I am, as part of my job, doing hypnosis every single day. So are you willing, as a professional hypnotist, to do your inner work every single day? Because if you are, you're going to be able to get great results for your clients. You won't get hung up on your own stuff as you're helping your clients. Now, when you're establishing a state of calm for yourself, you get to model this for your clients, okay? I had a question the other day on our YouTube channel, and they said, Erica, how do you induce hypnosis? How do you do a hypnotic induction with someone who has ADHD? Okay, and I'm going to do a separate video on this, but the truth is, part of helping anybody enter a state of hypnosis is your own state of being, okay? And so when somebody who might have ADHD is in your presence and you are able to establish that state of calm and give them something to focus on, it's going to go a long way. And that starts with you practicing your self-hypnosis every single day, okay? So let's continue here. You do not need any specific education to be a hypnotist. What I want you to have is an LE, and we call that life experience. So everything that you've been through in your life already is going to serve you and support you, okay? When we establish a state of calm for our clients, they gain access to deeper resources within them, okay? Now, as part of our training program, it is a hypnosis certification training. And this is through the National Guild of Hypnotists, which is the oldest and largest hypnosis organization in the world. Okay, so that's who certifies this training program. But if you want to work with kids and teens, pain, you will need additional support. And I also recommend additional support for weight loss. And we do that with Reprogram Your Weight because there's a lot of additional material there that's useful. But you do need to get specific training on working with kids and teen and pain management in addition to certification training, okay? This certification training is very good, but we also know that if you want to work with kids, there's specific extra, and not everybody wants to learn that. And with pain, there's specific extras, and not everybody wants to learn that, okay? So specifically, this is a certification training, and it's going to help you get awesome results with your clients. You might be wondering, how can I pick a training program? We get this question all the time, can I learn from YouTube? And we have a YouTube channel. I've got tons of videos out there. The alpha sequence is out there. We've got a lot of teaching, a lot of hypnosis, but you really can't learn professional level hypnosis from YouTube. Okay, so have as much fun as you'd like on YouTube, do the alpha sequence, learn things, but there's a couple of things that I find challenging. One is you might get too much information from different people, and that's just not useful. Okay. And the second thing is it's unlikely to be a professional level training. Okay. And that's what we want to do here. We want you working with people in exchange for money so that they get massive results and you don't have to have a second job, right? That's the goal. All right, so if you want to be a professional hypnotist, we recommend that you get professional level training, okay? You want a training program that teaches you hypnosis mastery, okay? How to move your clients from presenting issue to full relief, that's what we're going to do today, and then how to launch and grow your hypnosis practice, that's what we talked about last time, okay? So hypnosis mastery, confidence and skills with hypnosis inductions. This is how to get your client into hypnosis, okay? You don't need many of these, okay? As a matter of fact, I regularly use about 3 different hypnotic inductions with my clients, and they're very, very good, and you will gain deep skill in these in class, okay? You're not going to learn 15 or 20 different inductions. You just need a couple of them and have deep skill with it, okay? You also want to have skill in the advanced techniques. Okay, we're not going to be scriptnotists anymore. You're not just reading a script to your client anymore. We really want to get our clients insight. Okay, and that's what 5-path is. I'm going to tell you guys about it in just a second. But insight-based hypnosis is a mind blow. It's like the light bulb coming on in your client's mind. You're not just repeating something to them. They're actually changing. They are actually shifting. You're getting rid of limiting beliefs, and there are things happening inside of them. Now, some of those techniques include age regression, chair therapy, parts mediation, and then some suggestions that can be that can help your client shift their insight as well. Okay, so this is going beyond relaxation and getting to real purpose with our clients. We also want there to be a daily self-hypnosis, a systematic way to gain and learn skill with any hypnotic technique. A lot of our clients, when they're coming to us, they need a practice. They need a new coping strategy. They need a tool to be able to deal with the stress of their life. A lot of the times you'll just give them a relaxation recording. You'll give them a recording that you have created, or you might teach them self-hypnosis as well, okay? But all of those things are important, all right? We can't just do hypnosis with our clients. You might hear me say this over and over, but what that really means is when our clients come to us to do hypnosis, we're going to do very powerful insight-based hypnosis work with them. But then our clients are going to go out into the real world. Okay, we need the hypnosis to stick. We need that hypnosis to be applied to their life. So when the thing that comes up that is stressful or frustrating, that makes them want to drink or smoke or have a knee-jerk reaction, instead, they're calming down and they're doing and using one of the tools that you are teaching them, an anti-anxiety technique or something like that. Okay. So moving our clients from presenting issue to full relief includes the powerful hypnosis that you do in session with your client and all of the elements, the powerful transformational elements that glue the whole thing together so that your client comes back the next week reporting results. Okay, so how do we do that? There is another video on this if you guys want to watch it offline on YouTube. So the first thing that I want to talk about is 5-path. 5-path stands for 5-phase advanced transformational hypnosis. There, I got it on the screen for you there. And it was developed by Cal Banyan over 20 years ago. Now, 5-path was originated with a therapy called universal therapy, and that was developed by Gerald Kine even earlier than that. So 5-path has been used, and hypnotists have been using it, and clients have been getting results from it for over 20 years. And it includes some of the best elements of psychotherapy. Okay, so we get to use age regression, chair therapy, but we're using it inside of hypnosis. So what that means is our clients are getting massive results with these techniques because they're not using them consciously. They're using them subconsciously. Okay, so there are 5 phases in 5-path. The first phase is PTC, and that's what's up on the screen right here. It's called preparation, testing, and convincing. Now, this is a very, very important part. Do you know the number one reason why our clients do not go into hypnosis? The number one reason why our clients don't go into hypnosis, does anybody know? If you do, type it in chat. The number one reason clients don't go into hypnosis. I'm just going to give you guys a second if anybody wants to type it in. It's fear. It's fear. The number one reason why our clients don't go into hypnosis is fear. They're afraid of the hypnotist. They are afraid of the situation. They really think deep down inside you might actually be making them quack like a duck or bark like a dog, okay? And so part of the work as a professional hypnotist is we are going to prime our clients for success. This starts before we even meet them. Starts way before we even meet our clients, okay? So this comes with how we are establishing ourselves as a practitioner and as a hypnotist. So part of your role as a hypnotist is going to be educate people on what hypnosis really is, okay? Now, what this means from our clients' perspective is our clients are coming in and they're already expecting to make a change, okay? They're already knowing that things are going to be different so that they are inspired. Even if our clients are coming to us and they might say, oh, Eric, I'm not sure, like, I don't know why I'm here. I hope you can help me, okay? And so our clients are coming to us out of a state of desperation. Sometimes they've tried everything else, and this often works to our advantage, okay? Because a lot of the times what's been happening before, our clients are using their conscious mind, they're using Google, they're trying things and they're reading books, they're using their left brain, they're checking the boxes and they're trying to follow through, even though things are challenging. With hypnosis, we get to get kind of the left brain out of the way, okay? And we get to help our clients recognize what's really going on inside of them. Now, they might not know this consciously at first, but with this first phase of hypnosis, our clients leave feeling confident. And the goal of this first phase is for your client to leave a hopeful, somnambulistic client. And somnambulism, what that means is the depth of hypnosis that your client is in. So in a state of somnambulism, the threshold of somnambulism, which is level 4 on the Harry Aaron's scale of hypnotic depth, your client is able to visualize with their eyes closed. And what that really means is our clients are able to imagine. They are able to revivify in age regression. They are able to imagine in parts therapy and forgiveness therapies. Okay. Now, after phase 1, our client is going to come in for phase 2. And I have a story to tell you here, you guys. So let me give you an example. I had a client, and she came to me out of a fear of flying. Okay, a fear of flying. This is a common issue. As you can imagine, there's a lot of people who have a fear of flying. Okay, so one of the first questions that I'm going to ask my client when they come to me with a presenting issue, okay, so this presenting issue is a fear of flying. And the first thing I'm going to ask her, my throat's getting a little scratchy from talking, so hold on just a second. First thing I'm going to ask her, why now? Why now? This is one of the most important questions, okay? Anytime that your client comes in, why now? What is it that has gotten so bad recently that is actually getting them to come into your office? Anytime our clients are taking action, there's something happening there. And a part of our job is going to be to get them to take action, quite frankly, okay? So she tells me that she's having her grandbaby, her very first grandbaby. Her daughter lives in Florida. She's pregnant, and no way is she missing it. No way is she missing it. So anything else that was going on in her life wasn't enough to get her to get over her fear of flying until her daughter got pregnant. Okay. And so in the very first session of hypnosis, what we're calling here the preparation, testing, and convincing phase, my client comes in and we do this PTC phase with her, and I have her imagine that she is able to get on the plane, and while she's on the plane, she's thinking about the grandbaby. Her mind is completely focused on something else. And she lands, and the flight seems easy. She's there sooner than she realized. Everything goes really easy. And so at the end of that first phase, she feels hopeful. She feels hopeful. And that's what we want. And for a lot of our clients, this very first phase is very, very empowering because there's been so much noise. There's been so much negative self-talk. There's been so much chaos and pain and suffering that 40 minutes, 30 minutes with you of quiet, of peace, that alone goes a long, long way. So we get a lot of our clients that have massive mind blows in the first session. Okay, and a lot of what they're reporting is, Erica, I forgot what good felt like, or I forgot how stressed I was. I didn't realize I was that stressed. 30 minutes of quiet, they're able to kind of get out of their own situation and realize how stressful they are, the situation that they're in. Okay. So the first session is very, very powerful for our clients. So she comes back the second week. She's feeling hopeful, okay? And the first question I'm going to ask is, what worked for you this week? She had been practicing her self-hypnosis every night, listening to the relaxation recording. And now she's coming in, and we're going to do age regression. We're going to get to the root cause. We're going to get to, why does part of her mind still think she's going to die? Because that's really what's happening. There's a part of her mind that when she thinks of a plane, it thinks she's going to die, okay? And the truth is, there was a moment when she did think she was going to die, and that's what happened in age regression. So age regression is a very, very powerful method where we get to catch the synesthesia. And what that means is we get to catch it when the brain kind of went awry. We kind of get to catch what happened that was so scary for our client that they are kind of different since then, okay? So in a state of deep hypnosis, we did age regression with my client, and she went back to the moment. As you can imagine, there's got to be some scary moment on the plane, right? And there was. They took off from SeaTac. As soon as they took off, they heard a loud bang, and the pilot got on the intercom and said, "We've lost an engine, and we're returning back to SeaTac." Now, the plane is turning, and oxygen masks are dropping, right? But what my client didn't remember, and this is it, you guys, this is what is so important because this changed everything for her. When we caught the synesthesia. Got to slow it down, okay? So I asked her to tell me, okay, what happens next? Loud bang, the oxygen masks are dropping. What happens next, right? And she says, I see the flight attendant. She's running down the hall. She's running down the middle. She's running down the aisle. And there is a look of utter horror on her face. Okay? That's what did it, you guys. There are so many of our clients that the phobia, the fear, is a learned experience. Okay? She saw the terror in the flight attendant's eyes and was certain in that moment, if the flight attendant's scared, we're dead. We are dead. And so a deeper part of her checked out. Deeper part of her assumed they were going to die. Okay? Now, what's going on in her mind? This is overflowing. This is flooding her mind. Okay? And so there's too much going on here. Now, she didn't have a diagnosis of PTSD, but we might say that this overloaded her nervous system. And what happened is those parts of her that were really worried that she wasn't going to live, they checked out. Okay? This is why she's so afraid of flying. There are parts of her inside that thought she was going to die in that moment when she saw the flight attendant, and it became too much. It's too much for the brain to handle. So it becomes overloaded, okay? So it floods the nervous system. What happens inside is that part of the brain does not get processed by autobiographical information. It does not get put into our autobiographical memory. Okay? This is very important. So what happens is the client's brain, whenever she thinks of a plane, those parts of her mind that were not processed thinks it's happening now. Okay? It's happening now. It's happening all over again because they ditched out and it was not processed. Okay? This happens so often. And in that moment of hypnosis with my client, when she's saying that, okay, I am reminding her, good job, you're here with me. Good job, keep going. Good job, you're going to land the plane. And so she goes, you're going to land. The plane is going to land and you'll be on it. She doesn't land the plane. That would have been hilarious, but no. And so we take her through the experience again. Okay, remember the first time she's afraid. The second time we take her through, I'm reminding her what happens. Now, this is the power of hypnosis. This really is one of the most powerful things that we get to do as hypnotists, okay? We will get memory reconsolidation in 5 hours. What that means, neuroplasticity, the brain actually changes. This is why our clients feel different, memory reconsolidation, and I talk about it in this book too. That's what we want. We want memory reconsolidation. We want the brain to say, hey, let's reorganize this. We have a new understanding. We actually didn't die. Let's close those loops. Let's update that information. We don't need to be afraid of planes anymore. We actually did survive. We go put a new ending on the story hypnotically. We get to access that part of the mind that ditched out, put a new ending on it. And now the client is feeling safe and comfortable. She imagines that, oh, yep, I'm still there. The plane has landed. I am fine. So this is a big part of the work. Age regression, synesthesia, put a new ending on the story. That right there was 90% of the work. 90% of the work. It's not enough. Okay. And I don't want anybody thinking that we can do these fast phobia techniques in a single session and get our clients massive results. Not true. Not true. Okay. So after this client, after we get her some really good results in age regression, okay. And so the way the technique works, you go through the experience as it happened, and then you're going to go through it with the inside of the adult. We called it informed child technique. And so we're telling the brain, you survive, you're alive, and the client has split consciousness. Part of them is here with us in the session. Part of them is revivifying the experience. That is important. We need blood in the brain to be going to those parts in the mind that are part of this. When there is a real shift, so when your client moves, when your client is moved, when they have an aha moment, when they're crying, when they're releasing, when they're emoting, okay, they are moving their brain. They're moving and causing neuroplasticity in their brain. Okay? It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And we are so good at it. We are so good at it. And I swear to you, you guys, it's just this 1 second, like that one moment when I'm with my client and I caught it. I'm like, wait, what did you say about the flight attendant? It's so easy to overlook. She didn't remember that the flight attendant had a look of fear on her face, okay? My client could not grasp why every single other person on that plane got rebooked, okay? Flight came right back, landed right back at SeaTac, and everybody on that plane got on a different plane an hour later, except for her. Except for her. And so she's like, Erica, what's wrong with me? It didn't bother anybody else. Like, how are they all able to get back on the plane and I wasn't? She was overlooking the most important thing. And the most important thing was mirror neurons that she saw in the flight attendant. Maybe not everybody else saw it, okay? So because she saw that and she's overlooking it, the conscious mind discounts it. She doesn't know why she's so afraid. There must be something wrong with her. It's confusing. And so she doesn't address it. She doesn't address it for 4 years. And that's my point. If we just went after the fear, she probably would have gotten on the plane and she probably would have been okay. But my guess, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months later, there still would have been some residual emotion. And so it's going to come back. It's going to come back because we can't just get rid of the fear, okay? The fear, there's going to be associated anger, frustration, and guilt that goes along with that fear. And if we don't get rid of it, the client, there's going to be irritation, there's going to be all sorts of things, and the client will find themselves right back where they started. So we can't just do these single sessions of hypnosis, these like fast phobia things. It will get our clients to the next rung on the ladder. It will not get them full relief, okay? That's the whole point that we're talking about here today, is getting your client from presenting issue to full relief, right? Where it's not a problem for them anymore. They don't even think about it. So after we do age regression and the client is feeling better, and she was validated. She's like, Erica, now it makes sense. It makes so much more sense to me. Of course, now that I realize I saw that look on her face, I assumed we were crashing. Of course, I wouldn't want to get back on the plane. The deeper part of me was like, no, don't get back on the plane. So it really satisfied something to her conscious mind. Like, okay, this makes sense why I was so scared for 4 years. Okay, good. Now let's move on and fix it. Okay. So we moved on to phase 3. Okay. Now phase 3, you really need to get rid of anger. Okay. Getting rid of the fear isn't enough. And a lot of hypnotists will assume that once you get rid of the fear that the work is done, or they'll sell single sessions because it's easier. It's easier to sell single sessions to a client that doesn't know. Please don't do that. It's very irritating. Very irritating from my perspective, because you're not giving a client full results. Okay. We're going to work with our clients 5 to 6 sessions on average. Okay. This means you're going to work with them over the course of 5 to 6 weeks. This means you're going to be able to watch them change, watch them develop, and actually get them results that last, because this is a 2-step process. Okay. Our clients are going to get massive results in hypnosis, but your job is to help them implement it into their life. Life isn't easy right now. Just because we have the realization of what's going on, that doesn't mean it's easy to change, okay? So the next thing I had to do with her was phase 3, all right? So phase 3 is forgiveness of others. You might wonder, Erica, who is she forgiving here, right? Well, she forgave the flight attendant. Flight attendant, okay, it's not about blame, and it's not about it's your fault. It's just really what was unfair. Well, that's what happened. So she forgave the flight attendant, no hard feelings. She just released the anger that was associated to the situation, because that fear kept her from traveling with her friends for 4 years. And this is why you have to get rid of these other emotions, you guys. You can't just leave it at the fear. If she didn't get rid of the anger, and the next one even more important for her, she did not travel with her adult girlfriends, okay, her other friends. They would go to San Diego, I think, every single year. She didn't go for 4 years because she was afraid of flying. If you don't get rid of that guilt, so she's feeling guilty deep down inside that she's not hanging out with her girlfriends, all because of this situation. So if we don't get rid of the anger and you don't get rid of the guilt, you can't get a full solution. And so there's still irritants, right? It's like you're baking a cake, but you don't scrape out the inside of the bowl, and you just put the dirty bowl back in the cupboard. Like, nobody does that. We've got to do complete work, okay? So phase 3, you're going to get rid of anger. And this is perceived anger that is not serving our clients, okay? There's plenty of what we call righteous anger, and righteous anger, that is actionable. We're never going to tell our clients to not take action on something that they want to take action on, okay? This type of forgiveness and anger is only about the things that our clients really don't have control of anymore. And if we don't give them a tool or a method to release all of that, they're going to drive themselves crazy. And they're going to waste a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and they're not going to be as successful or happy in their life. Okay? So this is getting rid of all of the anger that they don't need, the useless anger that's not serving anybody anymore because they can't do anything with it. Okay? Very powerful, very effective. Now, after we do forgiveness of others, we're going to do forgiveness of self. So after she forgave the flight attendant, and frankly, that was an easy one. It's not always that easy, but in this case it was, okay? Sometimes our clients are forgiving mom. Sometimes they're forgiving dad. Sometimes they're forgiving, and it's a lot more intense. But in this case, it wasn't. What really stood out in this case And the forgiveness was forgiveness of self. Our clients feel really guilty for not taking action earlier, for not listening to themselves. And it's very common for my clients to say, oh man, Erica, I wish I would have seen you earlier. And I don't want my clients to feel that way. I mean, it's okay. I'm glad that you're here, but please don't feel like you should have done it earlier, okay? To a large degree, we're all doing the best we can, and we're living in a very stressful world, okay? So we get to help our clients forgive themselves. Is so important. And along with this is the elements of sacred that I'm going to tell you guys about that we call the art of transformation, because you can't just do hypnosis with your client in session. You have to help them take those insights and apply those insights to their life so that when they go back to work that next week to their job and their boss is yelling at them, it doesn't bother them anymore. Okay? No more knee-jerk reactions, so that they go through the week feeling better and they get on that upward spiral. Okay. Now, phase 5 is parts mediation. We don't always have to go into parts mediation. Parts mediation is getting rid of secondary gain. Okay. And the standard story that I like to tell with secondary gain, really easy story. Grandma Betty hurt her hip, but she got surgery and she's feeling better. She's feeling better. Now, she can't walk, and so very well without help. But her grandson Bobby comes over. Bobby comes over, he mows the lawn, she bakes some cookies. It's perfect. It's perfect. The weird thing is that the doctor says that Grandma's her hip is fine. But Grandma Betty says that it still hurts. Wonder what could be going on here. Anybody have any ideas what might be going on with Grandma Betty? Well, we'd call that secondary gain. Grandma Betty does not want to get better, because if she does, grandson Bobby might not come over anymore. Now, the important thing to make note of here is that Grandma Betty is not conscious of this. Okay. A lot of our clients are not conscious of secondary gain. And the way that it shows up in my practice often is my weight loss clients plateau. Weight loss clients plateau, and the number one reason is because spouse or significant other is feeling left out. They're feeling hurt. And in my experience, my clients love their significant others and spouses. And so when the other isn't feeling as included, you're losing weight, hanging, maybe not doing the same things, our significant others can start to feel sad or left out. And this is where a lot of my weight loss clients they'll plateau. And so we need to look at secondary gain for weight loss. Okay, and then we get them right back on track. All right. The other thing that is important that we're going to teach our clients is self-hypnosis. Okay, so self-hypnosis, a daily practice, and 7th path self-hypnosis is a very powerful style of self-hypnosis. So you're going to be doing hypnosis with your client, and then they will come home and do self-hypnosis at home with themselves. Okay, but that's not enough. That is not enough to get our client complete and total relief. And if you think about this, it makes sense, because for a lot of our clients, they've been struggling with this issue for decades. Okay, most of our clients are not coming to us because something happened last week. Of course, that can happen with kids, and it does still happen, but the majority of our clients are coming to us as a last resort because they've tried everything else. Okay. And so the sacred hypnosis method, I developed the sacred hypnosis method over the last 10 years of being a hypnotist, and it's the art of transformation. It's all of the little things that we do in the middle to help our client be successful, to help them implement the changes and have them stick. So sacred, the first step is silence and stillness. When our clients have stabilized the ability to be calm, and usually like with 7th path or the alpha sequence, this is like 80% of the work right here, helping your client have a daily practice. But almost nearly as important is awareness. A lot of our clients, a lot of people out there are just completely unaware to their own state and to what's going on. So when we can kind of help our clients take their light and they shine it back on themselves, is kind of the way that I like to think about it, they get a lot of relief. Okay, a lot of our clients are people pleasers. They're super loving, but they just don't know how to apply it to themselves. Okay, Lisa, thank you. Check us. Our next training is April 21st through 27th, so stay in touch with us if you want to train with us. And this is recorded, okay? Make sure that you guys get the guide, okay? And you can read about this later. Clarity. Clarity is what everybody wants. The confused mind does nothing. And so a lot of our clients will say, I'm stuck. I feel stuck, or there's a block. And stuckness and block, we need to get rid of with clarity, okay? And it works every single time. A lot of the confusion in our minds is merely beta brainwaves that are fast and specialized, okay? And it just has to do with our daily grind of work. And so merely hypnosis, like the simplest, easiest version of hypnosis, just like the alpha sequence, gives our clients clarity. We just need to give them permission, and they need to give permission to themselves to do it. Okay, so you as a hypnotist, part of your role is to get your client to do the work. So you're going to give them hypnosis suggestions. It's easy for you to practice hypnosis every day. And you're inspired to do so because it always brings you clarity, because it always gives you insight. Okay? All right, release. We're going to give our clients a tool to release the angst and release all the things inside of them that don't feel good. We're going to suggest that they celebrate. So this is elation. We want our clients to celebrate what's working for them. This is so overlooked, right? We, because of the negativity bias, we're almost always focusing on the negative. And so this is a huge insight that I've picked up on over the last 10 years. When we focus on the wins, when we focus on celebrating, when we take a little bit of time and say, what did we do well today? Now we are validated. Now the conscious mind is validated. You will get so much better results if you validate this to your mind. For any of you out there who are, managers or anything like that, if you never told your employees or you never heard from anyone what you were doing well at, if nobody ever told you good job, you might stop doing it. Well, that's what happens in the mind all the time. We rarely tell ourselves good job because of negativity bias. So we are going to help our clients get rid of negative self-talk, get rid of negativity bias, and start focusing on what's working. That brings them to a state of devotion. Now, the entire point of devotion is to get our clients in alignment with their purpose. Everybody wants to know what their purpose is, okay? We have a very special way of doing it. Because to a large degree, if people don't know what their purpose is now, we get them aligned to the present moment. When you are in full power of yourself, you will have awareness of what your purpose is. And that, for now, is your purpose. Be present, bring in the full power of you. And so we get to help our clients start to feel a sense of fulfillment. We get to help them start to get in alignment with the things that matter to them. So this combination between 5-path and sacred hypnosis method is what's really getting our clients results, okay? Moving them from presenting issue all the way to complete results. So back to my client who came to me to get rid of her fear of flying. We did not have to go into phase 5. We completed it right at phase 4. It was 5 sessions total, but we used many elements of sacred, getting rid of negative self-talk, right? With our clients, when they have an issue with something, there's usually a lot of negative self-talk that has come along with that. And that negative self-talk, if we don't get rid of it, if you don't get rid of that negative self-talk is just like a thorn in your client's side. They might be doing great hypnosis over here, but if you don't address the self-talk, it's just going to come back. Okay, so we had to get rid of that negative self-talk. But she got on the plane. Her daughter ended up having a baby boy, and she started traveling with her friends once again, forgave herself, and she was back on her San Diego trip once again. So really happy story for that client, but it's the common story. Okay, it is what we would expect for our clients. Our clients are going to come in, they're going to get insight-based hypnosis, so they'll get like a mind blow, they'll get something really cool that will happen in a session, but then we're going to give them the art of transformation. We're going to give them something to do all week long. So it continues all week long until we see them once again the next week. right? So doing this with clients is a lot of fun, right? Because you get to see them come alive right in front of you, which is great. All right, I wanted to share one more thing with you guys. So make sure to get our new guide. Let's jump down here to the bottom. So here's us in class. What are the requirements for class? Anyone with a desire to help others at the deepest level. Again, you don't need to have any specific training. It can help, but you absolutely don't need it. We only want you to have that life experience, okay? The cool thing is that nearly everyone you meet can benefit from hypnosis. So we teach classes on procrastination, on anti-anxiety, on passing exams, on ending cravings, and nearly anything that you can think of that you want to be able to do but you're not able to is a really good use case for hypnosis. So nearly everyone you meet could be a candidate for hypnosis. Now, a lot of our grads have authored books, so here's some of them here. I don't know if you guys have an interest in authoring a book, but this is just an example of how they're growing their practices and how you can have fun being an author and teaching something specific, or maybe you want to develop a signature program, right? And here are some more of our grads. This is Lisa Finn. She was a coach, and when she became a hypnotist, her practice just took off, and she is really successful. She helps a lot of women with the fear of driving. But what's interesting about the fear of driving, okay, because today we're talking about presenting issue, a lot of times your clients will come with a presenting issue that is not their root cause. You probably already realized that, okay? But Lisa's helped a lot of people with a fear of driving, but their root cause was not a fear of driving at all. So the root cause in Lisa's experience is anxiety. It's just a lot of anxiety, and it tends to come out while they're driving because driving can be anxious as well. Okay, so good job, Lisa, helping a lot of people. This is Kathy Hardy. Kathy is also an author. She's doing awesome. She's got almost 140K a year as a hypnotist. She's authored 2 books. She was a client first. There's a ton of information on our website if you want to learn more about Kathy. We're really proud of her. But she's helping a lot of people, just like Barry. Barry was a professor. He is a professor. And that's Maggie with him. And now he's helping a lot of people stop smoking. Okay. This is Samantha. Samantha was a personal coach, and now she incorporates hypnosis into personal training. The cool thing about Samantha is that she started her business in Seattle, and then she picked up and moved to Minnesota and started it again. So, she just was able to move her business no problem. This is Heather Stewart. She's worked at Cascade Hypnosis Center for almost 5 years now. She started with an autoimmune disease and used hypnosis to get rid of that for herself, and now she helps other people. So she's helped a lot of people at Cascade Hypnosis Center. We really love her a lot. Anthony Gitch, she's in Seattle. Same with Christian. These guys are just amazing, helping a lot of people, both full-time hypnotists in Seattle. Shannon Wallace, this is our first hypnotist that I hired. Shannon helped us out quite a bit because when I hired her, I started focusing on weight loss and stress, and she took all the kids and smoking. And so I was really able to specialize once we brought Shannon on board. So if you're thinking that you want to go full time, what I recommend is that you're going to hire a hypnotist probably 2 years into your practice, maybe 1. But because of your good work and marketing, you won't be able to work with everybody. You just won't. You won't. And so the thing that a lot of our grads do is they send a hypnotist here, so they get them trained with us again, and then they bring the second hypnotist into their practice, and the second hypnotist starts to specialize. And now your business is more profitable, you're helping more people, and you have another hypnotist in your office that is covering some of the expenses too. Here's us in class. Now, can you actually hypnotize somebody? We get this question a lot, and the answer is yes, okay? There's nothing special about hypnosis as far as, are you a talented hypnotist or something like that? Hypnosis can be learned, and we have a very specific and strategic way of teaching it to you so that it's easy to learn. Okay, so by the time that class is over, you're going to be very confident as a hypnotist, and that's what we want. Because if you're a confident hypnotist, then you'll want to do hypnosis with anybody who wants to do hypnosis with you. Okay, so is now the time for you? We are looking for folks for our April training, April 21st through 27. It might be the last time that we're doing it in person in this building. So our July course is actually considered online only right now because we're moving buildings, you guys, and we don't have our new building signed up yet. So training in person with us April 21st through 27. There's plenty of time to get ready. We are not sold out yet, but it is close. Our training includes comprehensive pre-work. There's going to be pre-work that you do on your own. It's not very much, and it's fun. You'll get through it, and you'll be like, wow, that's cool about hypnosis, right? So you come into class all ready to go. All ready to go. Then we have 7-day in-person advanced hypnosis. This is a super fun and intense class. It's very comprehensive and immersive. So like our students love class. You can see all sorts of results on how awesome the class is. And I'm glad that our class is awesome. Of course, I want it to be awesome, but I want the next part of it to be even more awesome. How do you take what you've learned and implement it so that you actually open a practice where people are giving you money and you're making more money than is going out the door? How do you actually do it? How do you actually get them results? How do you get your first clients? So when I first started practicing, we didn't have this 3-month implementation program. But the truth is, it was hard for a lot of our grads to get results without it, okay? You can. I did this all on my own, okay? But not everybody is as tacky or like really wants to go for it, okay? And so that's what the implementation program is all about. And this is a core part of our training. We're going to help you in the 7 days. You're going to learn everything about hypnosis. You get all the deep work in there. But then 3 months, and we're working with our grads right now. They're already working with their first clients who graduated in January. We're going to work with you for another 3 months to help you get and work with your first clients. Okay. Now this 3-month implementation turns into our mentorship program. And we have folks who have been in that program for years, growing their practices full time. So of course this continues if you want to keep training with us and continue to get advanced experience. But the reason I'm bringing this up, this isn't just take a class. Okay. This isn't just come to us for 7 days. This is get the best hypnosis training in the world. And then let us help you get your clients and work with your first clients over the next 3 months. Now, half of you in the 3 months will continue working with us, and probably for the next year, and you'll grow your practice. What we want you to be able to get to is 6 figures if that's what you want, okay? And if you want to see how to get to 6 figures, check out this guide, because in the guide, there is an entire part on 10K Hypnotist. How you're going to make 10K a month. It is not hard to do, okay? We also give you the hypnosis training library. Okay, this is all of our advanced material, reprogram your weight, anti-anxiety, deep sleep, all of the things that our grads love to start taking advantage of after they work with their first clients, okay? We also have all sorts of marketing content templates. Now, the price of the training is $6,500. And this is a brand new career, working with and getting and working with your first clients, getting them results. We want you to get this return on investment within those first 3 months. In that implementation program, we want you to get a return on investment, right? Now, we do this all the time, and we teach this class 4 times a year. We've had a lot of success. We make modifications every time so that it's easier for you and more convenient for you. And so we would love for you to apply. If this sounds good to you, the next step is to apply. And we want you to apply so that we can have a conversation with you. We want to make sure that this is the right training program for you. And most of our incoming students have questions, okay? And so what we want you to do is go to apply right now. Tim can type that into Zoom if he hasn't already. And one thing to point out here, this is the application. We're not asking you a lot of questions here, okay? What I do want you to notice is this last part right here where it says success. Were you referred to us? Yes, you are. You're referred by me today. So just type in success into that box there where it's asking for a referral, and we'll give you $500 off. Okay. Now we'll give you $500 off if you do that by tomorrow, by the end of the day on Friday. Why do we do that? Well, we know that when people are able to make a quick decision, if this sounds good to you, it's easier for us. So we want to give you the benefit of that. So go ahead and apply, type in the word success, send in that application. What will happen next is you will meet with Tim, who is our excellent and amazing admissions coordinator. He's here on the call with us, so thank you, Tim. Tim will answer all of your questions. You can meet with me after that too, so that you feel really, really good about, is this the right training program for you? So thank you, everybody. We're right at the top of the hour. I want to say thank you so much for being here today. It is my great honor to help in this area. I absolutely love humans. I love helping new hypnotists get started. So don't worry if you don't have any skill, or if you're like, Eric, I'm totally out in left field here. You're exactly in the right place. You really are, and you're going to help a lot of people. And it would be my honor to help you do that. So love you guys a lot. Go apply now, and we look forward to seeing you in the hypnosis classroom soon. Love you lots. Bye for now. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. I wasn't monitoring the comments, but we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Love you lots. Bye for now.